The United States' relationship with Venezuela is a perfect case study for the phenomenon of imperialism. Imperialism is not just war or invasions. It's got many different steps and many different layers, at least in the Marxist sense. Imperialism is not just war, but the highest stage of capitalism. It is monopoly capitalism expanding outwards from the domestic economy to foreign markets. The role of the state in this case becomes the facilitation of capital investment. We call it diplomacy, but it usually just boils down to, can you privatize your resources for us, please? But what happens when a country decides to not play by those rules? What if a country decides to, nationalize their resources? Still sell them on the global market, but make sure that they are owned by the government and that the profits get reinvested in public services. What if you are, Venezuela, or Cuba, or Chile? That is where the line is drawn, and that is where the next stage comes in. Sanctions, embargoes, election sabotages, propaganda against your country, and eventually, if all of that fails, military invasion of your country. In Chile, it was the military support to Augusto Pinochet. In Nicaragua, it was training and financing of the Contras. In Cuba, it was the full-on US land invasion, which failed miserably, by the way. Venezuela seems to be going through that last stage. Local community militias are in this very moment recruiting and mobilizing to protect their country from a US invasion. In Colombia, the response was a local uprising against the US embassy in Bogota. Nothing can stop an organized and politically conscious working class, not even the biggest military in the world. We shall have our eyes peeled on both countries. Hands off of Venezuela and hands off of Colombia.